Summoner is one of the hardest class in Terraria because of its low defense, really hard to obtain weapons and a confusing progression. But if you are ready for an enjoyable challenge, then here is a progression guide for Summoner to make your Summoner journey a lot easier. Start off by chopping some trees, then start building houses for your NPC, then mine some ores underground. Craft the necessary crafting stations and some armor to protect yourself. Also collect some heart crystals and use them to increase your health, which maxes out at 400. Collect some fallen stars during night and with it, craft mana crystals to increase your mana capacity. Before you defeat any bosses, you can obtain 4 summons. You can get the flint staff, which can be obtained from chests in living trees, or you are spawned with it if you are in journey mode. You can also get Hercules flower, but to obtain it you will need to die a lot of times, then create a graveyard biome, and after a while Hercules flower should spawn. Or you can get a vampire frog staff from either of these enemies during blood moon, but the summon I recommend is flint staff, as it does really good damage and can be crafted easily with flink's fur, which is dropped by void flinks. And as for webs, you can get leather webs, which is sold by zoologists after you complete the bestiary 10%. But the one I recommend is Snapthorn, which is a bit difficult to obtain as it requires you to go jungle early on. But if you manage to get it, then you won't have to worry about webs till skeleton. For armor, you can use any of these 2 armor sets, as early on you don't have a summoner specific armor except for this single piece of armor. And if you have done the Goblin Invasion event, then go and find the Goblin Tinkerer underground and purchase the rocket boots and Tinkerer workshop from him. And also reforge your accessory to either warding or menacing, and also reforge your weapons. For accessories, you can use these. If you didn't know, melee speed not only increases the attack speed of sword, but it also increases the attack speed of whips as well. Now use some buffs and defeat all these 3 bosses. If you want, you can also defeat King Slime. After you beat Skeleton, go ahead and obtain Bewitching Table from dungeon, which gives you an extra minion slot. While you are in dungeon, try to obtain Cobalt Shield and also farm for some enemies to obtain Bone. Then you can craft Spinal Tap to upgrade your whip. You can also defeat the Queen Bee for Bee Armor and Hornet Staff. Now go ahead and mine Hellstone Force, some Hellstone and Obsidian. Then craft the Imp Staff, which is the summon I recommend to use. Also you will need to upgrade your accessories, so use these. Now build a long platform in Hell and place some buffs along the way because it will be really difficult to beat the Wall of Flesh as summoner. Then summon the Wall of Flesh and beat it. As soon as you reach hard mode, go and break the altars in Evil biome. Now with the Hellstone pickaxe, mine the first tier ore, then craft the first tier pickaxe. With the pickaxe, mine the second tier ore, then craft the new pickaxe and also the upgraded anvil. Now with the pickaxe, mine the third tier ore and craft yourself the upgraded furnace. If you are in master mode or expert mode, then use the demon heart dropped by Wall of Flesh to increase your accessory slot. For armor, you can use either of these sets. The easiest weapon you can obtain is Spider Staff, which is really good for enemies on ground. If you can, then defeat King Slime for Blade Staff. Or you can get Sanguine Staff from Dreadnought list in Blood Moon, which can easily carry you till Golem. You can also get Pyre Staff from enemies in Pirate Invasion. For your first hard mode web, you can get Firecracker dropped by Wall of Flesh. Now farm the enemies in Underground Alot for Souls of Light and Underground Evil biome for Souls of Night. Now go ahead and craft a cool web, which is the best web pre-make boss. Also kill some wyverns in Sky for Souls of Light. Then craft any of the pre-make wings. You can get Piston Wings, Piston Mount and the Tempest Staff as soon as you get to hard mode, which can easily carry you throughout the game. But you will need to defeat Duke Piston, which is a really hard optional boss. If you want to defeat it, then you need to catch the truffle worms, then fish in the ocean with truffle worm in your inventory. It will be a really tough battle with the current gear you have, but if you can do it, then you won't have to upgrade your wings, mount and summon because they are that good. And if you want to increase your damage, then you will need to craft Ichor Flask or Corpse Flask. Now craft the summon for Make Boss and then summon the twins at night. After you defeat the twins, you can craft Optic Staff or you can craft Durandal instead to upgrade your whip. If you didn't know, you can get life fruits after defeating a single mech boss, so you can increase your health to 500 by using life fruit found in jungle. After defeating the mechanical bosses, go ahead and upgrade your armor with the Halot Summoner gear. And as for weapons, Durandal, Optic Staff, Sanguine Staff and Tempest Staff will still be the best. Now go ahead and break the bulb. Buff up, then beat Plantera. With Plantera defeated, a lot of things will be available. The hard mode dungeon will be unlocked. You can even do the Pumpkin Moon and Frost Moon event. The biome keys will also work on biome chest. Upgrade your armor with Tiki armor sets from Witch Doctor and also purchase these 2 summoning accessories. You might be surprised, but the easiest to obtain summon is actually Desert Tiger Staff. Just summon the King Slime in Desert biome and kill him and the slime he summoned, as any enemy killed in biome has the chance to drop the biome key. So open the Desert biome chest and obtain the Desert Tiger Staff, which is one of the best summon in Terraria that can easily beat Moonlord. Or you can get the Pygmy Staff, which has a chance to be dropped by Plantera. You can also get Raven Staff, which is dropped by Pumpkin in Pumpkin Moon event. If you are doing the Pumpkin Moon event, then go and collect the Spooky Wood dropped by enemies in the event to craft the Spooky Armor set. For whips, you can defeat the Empress of Light for Kaleidoscope, which in my opinion is the best whip in the game. You can also get Dark Harvest from Pumpkin or farm enemies in Hard Mode dungeon for Morning Star. And these accessories are the best for this stage. Terror Prisma can be obtained as well from Daytime Empress of Light, which is one of the most difficult boss battle because Empress of Light can one-shot you in daytime. If you can, then get it as it is one of the best summons in the game. game. Now go ahead and summon the golem in jungle temple. It should be an easy battle if you have the appropriate gear. After you defeat golem, you can upgrade one of the most overpowered accessory, Celestial Cell, and also upgrade your accessories with these. If you don't have Desert Tiger Staff for Terra Prisma, you can upgrade a summon with Xenos Staff that can be obtained from Martian Saucer in Martian Madness event. Now go ahead and defeat the cultist. With cultist defeated, head straight toward the Stardust pillar and defeat it. Then collect Stardust fragments and with it you can craft the Stardust summons. Before you defeat the final pillar, be sure to get your buffs and arena ready because after you defeat the last pillar, Moonlord will spawn. After defeating Moonlord, you can make your final armor set, Stardust Armor, which gives you a stand if you have the full armor set. You can also get the Lunar Portal Staff or Rainbow Crystal Staff from the Moonlord, as they summon an overpowered sentry which is great for farming. With that, congratulations, your summon journey is finally over. Subscribe for more.